What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 62 of our Madden 23 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode. Anthony Richardson is the highlight of today's game. He's been doing fairly well at the whole QB thing, and there's a lot of reporters asking about him, saying, hey, is he the superstar that you thought he was? You know, you drafted him to replace Jalen Hurts. You drafted him to be the heir apparent to Tom Brady. Is he that superstar? And there's a lot of people asking us, hey, can we get that superstar performance from him? Now, defensively, we're going up against the Raiders. Not a great team. But Josh Jacobs, running back, got to stop him. Offensively, go on. Go right at him. Go right at him. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go at him. We're going to beat him. It's going to be a nice, easy game. It's going to be real fun. Real fun, real easy. And we're going to have hopefully a brand new superstar quarterback at the end of it. But fingers crossed we get that. That's going to be hopefully the end of an episode that everyone's looking forward to. Now saying, hey, we had this brand new QB. He's coming out here and he is doing what he's got to do. He's showing you why he is the quarterback that Philadelphia is going with. Why they're not trading him, why they're not drafting anyone, or why they're not doing anything of the sort. They are just rolling with them. Plain and simple. That's what Philly likes to do. They like to draft a guy, have an underdog story, and then develop him into the best. Don't look at Carson Wentz, though. Carson Wentz is he doesn't count. Getting some upgrades going into this game. Jeremiah Trotter right there, the son of former Eagle Jeremiah Trotter, the linebacker, the Axeman. There you go. Here we go. He gets an upgrade. He's an 81 overall with that +1 to the team play. 80 overall field general. Kelvin Banks, the successor to Lane Johnson. He gets a +1 to that power right there. Just making him an absolute diesel when it comes to a right tackle. You know, he's going to get paid one day. Kelvin Banks is going to get Banks one day as long as he stays healthy here. That's all we're looking for. Kyron Johnson, you know, he's a depth defensive end, speed rush kind of guy. And that's all he is. He's just a guy that kind of blitzes the quarterback. Put him in there every once in a while. Maybe he'll get a sack or two during the season. But just a depth guy. Clark Barrington back up center. You know, just, again, another depth piece right there in case, you know, Patterson goes down for a week. We have a 72 overall backup center. And there's some teams where a 72 overall center is their starting center. But going into this game, Josh McDaniels and the Las Vegas Raiders, they're looking to hopefully get a win over the kind of mid right now Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are 2-2 on the season right now. Not where they want to be, clearly. They want to be anywhere but, you know, middle of the pack, not in first place. They want to show the world that, hey, we are the team that we think we are. And that's part of the reason why the other reporters are challenging Nick Sirianni on Anthony Richardson, saying, hey, your team, you know, you have playoff aspirations, you have Super Bowl aspirations with this squad, and you're sitting at 2-2. You know, 2-2, you're middle of the pack in your own division. You have other teams that have better records than you, and what are we doing right now? What's going on? How is it going? Plain and simple. But taking a look at Philadelphia, 10 sacks, 6 interceptions on the season. I don't know if that's bad for the sack total or good for the interception numbers that we have so many so far on the season. I'm pretty sure we had a 4 or 5 pick game the one week, didn't we? That's probably the reason why we have 6 interceptions. We just picked off that guy like crazy last episode. And yeah, not a good game for Bryce Young in my opinion. Not a good game at all. But Derek Carr is still the QB here in the future. 7 touchdowns, 3 picks. Unfortunately, Raiders fans, you don't get to watch Derek Carr this far into the future because he is now a member of the Saints. All right. Starting this game off, that's a sack picked up by the defense. That's what you like to see right there for Philadelphia. They're diving on the ball, and Anthony Richardson, he's getting himself some great field position. 1,000 yards passing, 7 touchdowns, 4 picks on the season so far for Richardson, the former Florida State QB. So Richardson right there you go. He's pointing. He's telling everyone he needs to go down. He's saying, hey, I need to show everyone that I am a superstar QB. Now, first and goal, Richardson. Hello? What was that? CeeDee Lamb just doesn't go for the ball right there. Back of the end zone, that gets jumped. Now it's the 3rd and 12. Derek Carr's going deep. That one's picked off. Thank you. So 3 drives, 3 turnovers, 2 of them being picks, 1 of them being a fumble. 1st and 10 now. Richardson, he's throwing that one, and he's got CeeDee wide open just behind the linebacker right there. That's probably what he was looking for that first play, but just didn't get it. But CeeDee Lamb, and there you go, 1st down. 2nd and 9, Richardson, clean pocket. Wide open is Bijan Robinson. They left the running back that open. Come on, you're asking for a touchdown then. Plain and simple, you're just asking for it. Now, defense back out of the field. It's a 2nd and 4. Underneath throw. That's a 1st down. Missed tackle. Needs 3 players to bring him down at the 47-yard line. Like, come on, defensive backs. Like, do better. 3rd and 8. Here we go. Derek Carr, he's heaving and hoeing, and he heaves and hoes that one way out of bounds. Kick for the Raiders will be good, making this a 7-3 game. The 2nd and 1 now, Richardson. He has himself a wide open Devontae Smith, who gets taken out at the 44-yard line at the Raiders side of the field. So there you go, Devontae Smith. Now here we go, 2nd and 10 following that big play. We're heaving it. There you go. Stepped up in the pocket. Gets that to CeeDee, who gets taken out at the 18-yard line as the first quarter winds down. It's 3rd and goal here in the 2nd and wide open in the end zone. That's Devontae Smith with the touchdown. That's what you like to see right there for Philadelphia. Big old touchdown, making it 14-3 now. 2nd and 8 for Philly. Here we go. Carr, clean pocket. Just doesn't even move, doesn't step up, doesn't drop back, nothing. He gets the 1st down right there. And it's going to be a 3rd and 6 now. 5 minutes left in the half. Come on, Carr, who gets sacked right there. Philadelphia teams up on him. Makes it a 4th and 17. 1st and 10 now. Here we go. Richardson, underneath throw. That's going to be to the tight end, Calcaterra. And there he's down at the 45. So Anthony Richardson, he's moving the chains right now. 2-minute warning. Come on. That's a wide open play. A.J. Brown, who goes down at the 11. Defense, not doing what probably the Raiders want them to do. Sirianni's on the sideline. He's just dialed in. End zone play. Caught for a touchdown. And there you go. A.J. Brown with the big reception. There ends the half. Now coming into the 2nd half of the game. Here we go. Philadelphia. This is what we need. We need to pass the ball a little bit. And we need to stop them. That's all we need to do. Just keep them from doing anything. Bijan Robinson, there's a 4th and 1, even though forward progress apparently doesn't exist in this game. Now, trying to QB sneak it, they stop him. 3rd and 11, wide open. Hello? Avante, was that coverage? What was that? Broken up at least. All right, it's broken up. Way to go, Avante. Never mind. 3rd and 2 after the field goal. Come on. Wide open. A.J. Brown, he's down at the 44-yard line. Big pickup for the former Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10 now. Here we are. Now we got Anthony Richardson rolling around in the pocket. Throw's going to be short, but CeeDee Lamb comes back for it. Something he didn't do in the end zone. 3rd and 1 now. Come on. We have a wide open receiver who gets it, and it's going to be Goddard. He came back for it, and he knows to go back for the end zone. That's another touchdown. 28-6 the score is now. You got a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. That's a slant route by Carr, and that's going to be a 1st down at the 50. 4th and 9. This can end the game here. That one, excuse me, where was that? Out of bounds. Carr 7 for 17. Less than 100 yards passing. Now, come on. 3rd and 6. Just got to eat a sack. You never want to eat a sack right there, but it happens. 6:45 left here in the last quarter of the game. Derek Carr, clean pocket that collapses on him. That's a big sack from Jamori Robinson right there in the backup depth linebacker. You like to see when the depth guys get sacks. 3rd and 21, they're airing it out, and hello? He went for the pick animation, and he's going to get burnt right there. Nothing Trayvon Diggs can do, and that's a touchdown. 2-point conversion, because apparently they think they're still in it. Derek Carr, he's scrambling. We have a player right there, just doesn't step up. That's Trayvon Diggs, just didn't try to advance to stop Derek Carr. 2nd and 10 now. Dallas Goedert, he goes down at the 50. 3rd inches from the 41-yard line now. Come on. There we go. Wide open is CeeDee Lamb, who's down past the red zone into the 17-yard line. You got 3 minutes left here in the game. Come on, Philadelphia. You know what to do. Just before the 2-minute warning. 1st and goal. Come on. Wide open and jumped. Jumped at the 1-yard line right there. We had a wide open receiver, and he just jumps it. Jumping it is number 57 right there. That's going to knock Anthony Richardson out of his upgrade, isn't it? Because it was only 1 turnover, wasn't it? It was 1 turnover. And that pick right there, that pick soiled it. There's a penalty on the play. It's going to say, of course, roughing the passer. Why not? God forbid you touch a QB in this game. Fletcher Cox, roughing the passer. Negates the pick right there. That's great. Up by 14. They got a minute 40 left here in the game. 3rd and 6. Come on. Derek Carr is giving it the old heave-ho. Avonte Maddox can't break it up. They're down at the 35 now. 1st and 10. Minute 30 left here in the game. They're going. Wide open is the receiver in the middle of the field. 2nd and 6. 40 seconds left here in the game. Derek Carr, clean pocket. He's dropping back a little bit. He's stepping up. And just no one engages Derek Carr. We have Trayvon and we have, is that Kaiser White? Yeah, it's Kaiser White. Neither of them step up in the pocket. But Philadelphia, even though it's still a 7-point lead, they hold on to the victory. They hold on. They onside kick it. Philadelphia just does what they got to do. And there you go. It's a 28-21 final. Philadelphia gets it even after the refs try to bail out the Raiders in this one. You know, the garbage late roughing the passer call. So late that the pick was literally already caught and in the hands of Trayvon. He's getting up, then there's a flag. You know, that's garbage call. Garbage call by the refs on that one. Now 33-39, for Richardson. 21 yards for Bijan. We have 111 yards for AJ, 97 from CD. So they had good games. 1 sack allowed. There's a bunch of pancakes. 2 pancakes from a receiver. Okay. Six tackles led the team. 4 tackles for loss. Sack and a half led the defense right there. An interception from Avonte Maddox. Elliott's perfect. 1 punt from Gillikin, the punter. Return was fine. Yeah, returning was fine this game. Nothing special. Nothing to write home about. Bunch of players getting upgrades. Jamori Robinson right there. He had himself a good game. He had a sack and a half. He gets an upgrade to that run stopper right there. Just make him a depth outside linebacker. LJ Johnson, he's working his way up the depth chart right now. Do I think he'll ever surpass Bijan Robinson? Probably not. I don't know if LJ will ever be an RB1 here in Philadelphia, but he's a great RB2 nonetheless. Brian Breezy here. Nice upgrade right there. 90 overall power rusher. And Jarrett Patterson, our starting center. As a Pro Bowl center, by the way. Not just any center, any normal center. No. It is a Pro Bowl center. He's up to a 94-97 with a +3 to team play right there. After the game, of course, the media is going to tear into Nick Sirianni. They're going to tear into Richardson, saying, come on, how could you do this? How could you let that happen? He throws 2 picks. He's not a superstar. It doesn't matter if he had every other dev trait requirement. He had the 4 touchdowns. He had the 350 yards. He had all of that, just he threw 2 picks. 2 picks ruins it, apparently. Now going into week number 6, Philadelphia's 3-2 take on the 4-1 Minnesota Vikings. Philadelphia tied with the Commanders with a 3-2 record right now. Now, what we're going to do is stop the Vikings, stop Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is their main offensive weapon. You got to work around him. You can't fear Justin Jefferson if you got to worry about Dalvin Cook. Plain and simple. Now here we go. We're going to pass against them defensively. We're going to pass against them. That's what we got to do. I don't think the defense on the Vikings is up for the dual threat QB of Richardson. I don't think they can handle the offensive prowess of the receivers as well as Bijan Robinson. Now, sure, he'll have some late games where he gets 21 yards rushing. But then he'll also have games where he's like a casual 150. You know, it happens. It happens in the league where he'll just kind of pop off and have great games. You know, it's kind of how the league works, honestly. But making sure no one is hurt for the offense or the defense. Offensively, we are looking pretty crisp. Pretty crisp is that offense when it comes to injuries. You like to see that. But here in Minnesota, Minnesota invested all that money in a brand new stadium because the last stadium collapsed because of the snow. You like to see that one right there. Way to go, Minnesota. But yeah, CJ Stroud is the starting QB up here, in Minnesota for the Vikings. That defense looking okay, a little suspect though at best. Philadelphia's offense, not too worried about them. But you gotta think, hey, when you compare offenses and defenses, I'm taking Philadelphia over both of the Vikings. CJ Stroud, first round, probably a top 10 pick in the league, honestly. And then you got Richardson, who was taken later in the draft. He was the backup, the understudy of Tom Brady. Yeah. That's what you like to see. You like to see a first-round QB taken against a middle-round QB. And just watch the two of them go head-to-head and see how they end up in their careers. But Jordan Davis and this defense, 14 sacks, 7 picks on the season. So for every 2 sacks, you get 1 interception. That's not too shabby for any defense. Nick Sirianni, he must be loving it right now. But taking a look, Sirianni getting his team pumped up, getting Richardson ready, saying, hey man, all eyes are on you out there. They said you weren't good enough last week. Show them you're good enough this week. Plain and simple. But getting ready to get this game underway. That's Philadelphia kicking off. Siposs, the former Eagle, he's punting to Philadelphia now. He's a Viking. Philadelphia takes a 7-0 lead here early. Make it 14-0 before the 2-minute warning. You got 5 minutes left, 3 minutes left, and it's 21-0. 28 skunked right now going into the third quarter. 28-14, the Vikings rally back for 2 quick touchdowns. 31-14 going into the fourth. Come on, Philadelphia. 38-14 now. We got 6 minutes left here in the game. 45-14 as we go into 3 minutes. 45-21 is going to the final minute right there. And Philadelphia, they come up victorious in this one, winning back-to-back games for the first time this season. Of course, I'm glad to see the Vikings coach is still there. I forget who the Vikings coach is. Who's the Vikings head coach when this game started? It's not who the current head coach is. I'm pretty sure he got fired. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Is it Kevin O'Connell? Is Kevin O'Connell the Vikings head coach right now? It's gotta be, right? I don't know. I think Kevin O'Connell's the current standing head coach. Maybe that's who that is right now. I really don't know, honestly, who the head coach is of the Vikings. But Richardson, 336 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. So a very good game from Anthony Richardson. Bijan had 61, Richardson had 35. 137 from Devontae, 54 from Goddard, 59 from Bijan. We had 2 sacks allowed by the offensive line. 6 tackles led the defense. 1 tackle for loss of the defense. There's 2 sacks on the game. No interceptions for Philadelphia. Elliott was perfect. Gillikin did his job the best he could. LJ had no kick return yards. And he punt return. He had 9 punt return yards. Alright. Richardson, after last night's game, he got himself an upgrade. Way to go, Anthony Richardson. So he gets a +1 to improviser. Try to make him a scheme fit as much as possible. Trying to get him that boost when it comes to XP upgrades. So there you go. 83 overall +1 makes him an 84 overall. Now, you like to see that. 84 overall QB. I'm telling you, peace out, rock on. Say super classic. Catch you on next.